Hi everyone, I'm John Lebeck, and we're here today to do some training on UV pre-finished plywood. Pre-finished UV plywood is a type of plywood that has come pre-coated with a UV curable resin. This resin cures when exposed to ultraviolet light, creating a hard, durable finish. UV plywood is commonly used in cabinetry, mostly the inside of kitchen cabinets. It is perfect for any project that you want a sleek, professional, finished look. The benefits of UV plywood, number one, are time saving and money saving. It comes with a pre-finished one-side or two-sided coat that will save you time in the finishing process. You know that it's a time-consuming process if you ever finished wood on your own. Between sanding, resanding, and applying more than one coat, even the smallest woodworking project can take up a ton of time, and time is money. So when UV plywood is used, all you have to do is cut, glue, and assemble, and you can admire a professional, sleek look without spending all that labor and time on your own. Another benefit is increased durability. Another great benefit is UV plywood is more durable than most finishes that you can apply yourself. The UV curable resin creates a hard, protective layer that can withstand scratches, dents, and most everyday wear and tear. Another benefit is the lack of harmful vapors that are being expelled into the air. One of the downsides when using wood finishes and finishing something on your own is those harmful vapors are flying in the air as the finish is being cured. These vapors can be harmful to your health if you breathe them in, so working in a well-ventilated area is recommended. However, when using UV finished plywood, this problem doesn't exist. It already comes pre-cured. The finish is cured before you even touch the material. Some of the common questions asked about UV plywood is, can it be painted? The answer is yes. UV plywood can be painted if you take to the surface with a 220 grit sand and scuff up that UV. Then apply a coat of primer and any of the kind of finishing that you want. Once that primer is dried, you could paint over it and finish just as you normally would with unfinished plywood. Another question is this waterproof? The answer to that is no. UV plywood is not waterproof. It is usually water resistant to small spills and splashes, but you should avoid putting it in an area where it's constantly going to get wet, and that could cause damage. What are some of the different kinds of UV plywoods that Aetna stocks? The main item is a domestic UV maple. This is what is used on the inside of interior cabinets. There's more than one grade available. The standard grade that Aetna stocks is a C2 sap face, and then the back can be either a sap maple back or a natural maple back. That natural maple back will cost a little less money than the sap. There are higher grades available, like B or A grade sap maple faces, and we do stock a few B grade options. The common sizes for UV maple is 1/4 inch 4x8 with a UV on one side, 1/2 inch 4x8 with UV one side and two-sided, and 3/4 inch UV maple 4x8 UV on one side and two-sided. We do also stock a 3/4 4x10 option. Another possibility for UV plywood is Aetna Ply UV Import Birch. This is Aetna's own version of an import birch product, and we stock that in several different options of UV material. 5.2 UV one side, 12 millimeter one and two-sided, 15 millimeter two-sided, 18 mil one and two-sided. All those are 4x8 panels. We've also started stocking walnut pre-finished, B grade, B1 actually with one back, UV one-sided and UV two. Now there are also many different ways to create a UV finished panel that benefit you, benefit the customer and the finished product they're trying to build. Those options, here's a list of some of the things that we do stock and some recommended options. You can have white oak faces, A grade, with a UV birch back. Same thing applies to rift red and white oak with a UV birch back. Maple faces, either rotary cut or plain sliced, and then the backside has got a UV birch back. And lastly, we have started to carry walnut with that UV birch back. This is awesome, an awesome option for you guys, for our customers to look at, and that is because they could take those white oak, red oak, maple, or walnut faces, stain them and finish them any way they want, and then the back is already done for them with a clear-coated birch back for the interiors of the cabinets. So one of the exciting new things going on in the industry is the option of looking at low sheen and super low sheen options. When using those low sheen options, the end result is a plywood that does not exaggerate any potential defects that you might see coming from the core or the veneer. The end result is the plywood is less glossy, less shiny, and so those defects don't pop out as much. In the end, the sales pitch or the reason to use UV finished products is it saves time and money. The finish that comes from the plant is more durable than what can be done at a warehouse at the customer's manufacturing plant. By using pre-finished plywood, they will not have to do any of that extra finishing on their own.